Hey, how's it going? Vladimir Donis here. Hey, if you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe. There should be a subscribe button somewhere on this page. If you're listening to this via the podcast, you can go ahead and like and subscribe to the podcast as well. Leave me a review either way. Leave me a comment either way, whether it be if you're listening to this on YouTube and you can see the visual version of this, or if you're listening to this via the podcast, leave me some type of a comment because I want to be able to engage. I want to be able to answer questions for you, and I want to be able to make sure that the content you can definitely resonate, and the content is certainly helpful. So today, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about how to create MLM success path using these two steps. So essentially, if you can see the visual version of this, you see I have a flash or two flashcards that's going to be talking about the success path in this specific instance. So essentially, I want to talk about the success path because some time ago I was teaching a marketing course to local business owners, and one of the individuals in that audience was someone that wasn't an MLM. So that individual wasn't an MLM, and that day when that person came, I was talking about website optimization, and I was talking about search engine optimization. So if you don't already know, one of the things that I do is I connect with local business owners, and I teach them many different things via marketing. And in that day, one of the things that I was talking about is I was talking about search engine optimization. In talking about search engine optimization, I was talking about how people can take content that their website is already recognized for, and how they can make sure that they are optimizing it, based on some of the data that you're seeing inside of their Google Analytics. Well, after the class, this specific individual, told me that the topics that I spoke about was not relevant, and he didn't necessarily get value from the class. And I started to ask him, okay, how come you didn't get value from the class? Don't you have a website? Don't you this? Don't you that? And it turns out that he didn't have a website because he's a network marketer. He's an MLM. He was an MLM industry. So as an MLM individual, most of us, don't start off with having a website because we just refer people to the company's website, or we just use some offline methods to go ahead and try and get people into our business. So he was just telling me just how difficult it is. I mean, it is not an easy industry. That much I know. You know this as well if you're listening to this. And he was just telling me just how difficult it is for him to get people to buy into the concept, get people to see the value, and it's always like a hit or miss. And essentially he was saying, man, I don't understand how is it people don't see the benefits of this financial product. This product can do this for you, this product can do that for you. And essentially he was telling me all of the benefits, and he was telling me all of the struggles, in hopes that I can provide him with some type of a feedback, and or I can give him some information that's going to lead him down a certain path. I mean, essentially that was my job. People came to this meetup, and I was supposed to, be giving them feedback from a marketing standpoint. So as I sat there and I listened to this individual, I started just thinking and saying that, okay, yeah, you're looking to recruit individuals. When you recruit individuals into your downline, those individuals are going to have the exact same problem you're having right now. And the reason why those individuals are going to be having those problems is because of two things. Reason number one is that you don't have a marketing framework, right? So the way that you're trying to recruit people now, it's a hit or miss. You don't have a system, you don't have a framework to recruit individuals, and you don't have a way to do it, systematically. And then the other item is marketing is a marketing value ladder. You don't have a marketing value ladder. So essentially, this individual was looking to get people into his downline, which is great. We all try and do the exact same thing. But my thing is that the thing that hit me when he was sitting there and talking was that, man, the person that you bring into your downline, the person that you bring into your system, they're going to have the exact same issue, the exact same struggles, because you're not giving them any type of success path. You haven't created a success path for yourself, and thereby when the people come into your downline, you're going to be handling the exact same problem, which is why that's one of the things that I teach in my program, MLM Changer, is when people join me, when people join my downline, when people join the program, this is not about my marketing, this is not about my MLM downline, but essentially the program, in my program, I don't talk about my MLM, because that's not the purpose of it. But the program that I have, essentially what it does is it hands people like us marketing systems that we can use to promote and market our MLM business. it gives us systems that will allow us to be able to connect with prospective, to be able to recruit, and it gives us marketing systems to be able to sell products as well. The number one objection that I usually hear is that, oh, well, my company, will not allow me to promote or do anything online. If that is indeed the case, you should listen to my previous episode, because I have an episode via my YouTube channel and via my podcast that talks about how to avoid that exact same issue. If you think that is your issue, that really isn't your issue, because I talk about how you can go around that issue if you are not allowed to promote or to sell any of those stuff online. But essentially, having a marketing framework. So there's many different marketing frameworks out there that you can use. And essentially, you can go as simple as, starting with a free gift, with a free giveaway. And that giveaway doesn't necessarily have to be your company's giveaway. It could be a giveaway that you created around the pain point of what your target market is experiencing. If you provide, financial services, for example, right? If the pain point that your individuals are having right now is that they're in debt and they want a plan to go ahead and set them free financially, then you can create something that's going to lure them in based on you providing them, value early on based on you providing them information in your value ladder. So, right, that's one of the first things that you can do. And then once you have that, right, you have people that are coming in that's buying into, your lead magnet. Then at that point, you can have, ascending conversation with them. You can ascend them through your marketing value ladder. So essentially, one of the things that, I told this individual, once again, this was after the class, so we didn't have a lot of time. I think we spent about maybe 15, 20 minutes just talking. One of the things that I told this individual is you have to have a marketing framework. You have to have a system. So, a marketing framework can be as easy, can be very, very easy. It could be very, very, simple. It doesn't have to be anything, complex. In fact, a lot of times what happens is that a lot of people think they have to create the content, whereby you can go on services such as Upwork and or Fiverr and get people to create the content for you. So long as you're giving them the right guidelines, you're giving them the right information, right? And again, that's one of the things that I teach in my program as well. Then you don't necessarily have to create the content yourself. That's inside of your marketing framework, right? So the content could be created by other individuals, and then all you're doing is you're just plugging and playing, and you're plugging into what I call a marketing funnel. That's very easy to do as well. And then you have individuals all of a sudden in your marketing value ladder. You have them in your value ladder. They come in at the bottom of your value ladder, and then you're going to have additional marketing content that's going to allow you to communicate with them, continuously. Think about it. The very first time that someone sees you or sees your product, they don't always buy, right? So because they don't always buy, why not give them an opportunity to join or to opt into your movement, to your funnel without any hesitation, so to speak. You can do that very easily by just giving them something away for free. And then from that point, you can continue the dialogue with them. The big misconception out there, to be honest with you, the hesitation that I hear from individuals when I talk to people in the MLM industry, and this is true for other industries as well, because I've spoken and I've taught classes for just general business owners, is that they think they have to create the stuff all on their own. In fact, you don't have to create any of it. You just need to know the strategy. And then once you know the strategy, you can find people for as little as, $20, $30 to create some of the stuff for you. So essentially, you don't have to create any of the stuff. You can find people that can go ahead and create it for you, but you have to have a system in place. You have to have a marketing system in place. And essentially, it can't be the system of, just telling them to go to their phone and then finding the first 20 people and just calling everyone in their contacts. That's not effective, because the people inside of their contacts may not necessarily want the information. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and take advantage of the internet. You want to take advantage of the internet. You want to take advantage of audiences that already exist, and thereby you can go ahead and tap into the audiences that already exist, connect with them, provide them with value. So then again, see, this is your marketing framework. Your marketing framework is basically tapping into audiences that already exist. And trust me, whatever product or service that your MLM sells, there's a market for it, because if there wasn't a market for it, they wouldn't be in business. There's a market for it, one, and then those individuals do exist online. So because those individuals do exist online, you can go into an existing traffic stream, go ahead and pull those individuals, and pull them to you, and you pull them to you by content, by going through your marketing value ladder. You pull them closer to you, give them a little bit of value, and then once they're inside of your world, you can continue the dialogue, from that point. So, once again, because we know the whole, hey, just bug your friends and family, that doesn't work. That only works for, I don't know, your first couple of weeks inside of MLM until people just start to kind of just hate and avoid you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to hand that to someone else, because when that same system was handed to you, you were having a struggle. So the individual that I was having a conversation with, I could definitely resonate with him, because the first time I got into marketing, I was handed systems that didn't work as well. So because I was handed systems that couldn't work, I could definitely relate. But the thing is that if you're bringing people into your opportunity, you don't want to hand them the exact same systems. You want to have marketing frameworks, right? So to begin that process, so to speak, what I've done is I put together a video series, MLM video series, that will help you to create marketing assets. And marketing assets live essentially forever, to be honest with you, to help you to create marketing assets. And there's going to be a link somewhere on this page whereby you can go ahead and get the video series. The video series will walk you through how to create marketing system and marketing assets to bring people into your world, right? And this is regardless if you, if your company doesn't want you to promote online, and your company doesn't want you to do anything online, so on and so forth. It has nothing to do with the company, to be honest with you. It starts off with people connecting with you, and then later on hearing about the opportunity. It has nothing to do with your company. As I'm having this conversation right now, I did not say a name of a company at all, right? It has nothing to do with the company. It has something to do with them connecting with me solving a pain point, and then after I solve that pain point, I can then introduce them to the company via phone, if that's the process. You can have in your marketing value ladder, you can go ahead and have them have a phone conversation with the individuals in your marketing value ladder. The challenge is getting them in your value ladder. So you want to go ahead and get them in your value ladder. Again, there's going to be a link somewhere on this page. You can click on the link. You can go ahead and get a free copy of my video series, and the video series is going to essentially help you to create marketing frameworks and how to create marketing value ladder without you having to bug your friends and family. So that way, you're not having conversations with people about, the struggle, right? You're going to be able to have system in place. That way you can have more success. And then when you recruit people into your downline, that's going to be an added bonus. It's going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to just have you come into my role and tell you to call everyone or talk to everyone within a certain, within 3 feet. I'm going to give you marketing system that's going to allow you to be able to recruit on autopilot, right? So once you solve the problem for yourself, then you can go ahead and solve the problem for people that are coming into your world as well. And I guarantee you, one of the things that's going to happen is that you're going to be, all of a sudden, you're going to be a lot more attractive than all the other people that's trying to do the same thing as you. Because you know why? Because now you have a system, now you have a process to bring people in and to kind of just, move people through the process. You're handing them a success path. So that's what I mean when I say, you want to create success path for people, as it relates to MLM, as it relates to marketing. Hey, once again, if you listen to this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. That is my time. If you listen to this via my podcast, go ahead and like and rate and review. Reviews definitely, help. I want to get this message. I want to get this whole MLM message out to as many people as possible. So by you rating, by you reviewing, by you liking, by you subscribing, it's going to help me reach more individuals, and thereby, continue to connect with other individuals in this industry. Hey, thanks for listening. That is my time. Once again, like, rate, review, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.